Wood Street Doe.
My fellow Americans, here to perform our national anthem, please welcome Shaylin Miller.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed after twilight's last treasures and bright stars through the perilous fight. Though the ramparts we watched were so gallantly
Oh, he's going handheld. I didn't buy it. That's not my thing. Oh man, you gonna be able to do this? Why? You don't want to do it, do you? You tell me when you figured it out. You good? You gotta twist. Hold on. You gotta go up there. You gotta go up top. You gotta go up top. What the heck? Can't handle it? Yo. Oh, my third. What? Yep. Yeah, not tonight though. Okay, you good? Are you? Are you good? There we go. Are you guys gonna keep? You guys gonna keep going? You guys gonna? You guys, are we good? We good to go? Are we good to go? Yeah. All right.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to another beautiful night of baseball here at Phil Welch Stadium as the Mustangs get set to take on the Van Johnson All-Stars. Myself, Red Tracy, bringing you the call tonight as we have a beautiful night for a celebration of military night here. We were supposed to take on the U.S. Military All-Stars. Unfortunately, they had to cancel their tour due to health reasons this year, so taking on the Van Johnson All-Stars tonight, and still had fantastic pregame festivities as we honored 3 local heroes here from St. Joseph on the field before the game. We also had skydivers fly on in, hitting the outfield, and we also had a bald eagle fly from second base to home plate, as it was a celebration of patriotism here on this July 4th weekend. We have the Mustangs in their red uniforms tonight, taking on the Van Johnson All-Stars, like I said, wearing camouflage jerseys in celebration of 4th of July weekend. We'll have the starting lineups for the Van Johnson All-Stars here in just a second, as leading off is the second baseman, number 19, Braden Brown. Batting second, the left fielder, number 16, Austin Evans. Batting third, the right fielder, number 9, Sam Mormon. Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 21, Anthony Miller. Batting fifth, the center fielder, number 8, Luke Lachetti. Batting sixth, the third baseman, number 4, Brian Porting. Batting seventh, the designated hitter tonight, number 1, Keith Winteroud. Batting eighth, the catcher for the All-Stars tonight, number 20, Jake Jones. And batting ninth, the shortstop, number 12, Coleman Wahid. As tonight on the hill for the Mustangs is Dixon Marble. So he throws in ball 1 number there. And he hits Brown on the left shoulder there as Brown takes his base. And that brings up Austin Evans to the plate. Evans plays for the Bandits during the regular season. He's an outfielder as he's playing left field tonight. The left-handed hitter. So he's played in 18 games so far this year. He's batting .356 on the season, so dangerous hitter at the plate. So watch the strike number 1 go by. We'll go around the diamond for the Mustangs tonight as Mike Sherburne's playing left field, Abernathy in center, and Zach Johnson in right field. At third base, we have Evan McDonald. Matthew Johnson is at shortstop. Lucas Powers is at second base. Joe Corper playing first. Nick Sebastian back behind the plate. And as I said, Dixon Marble on the hill tonight. See, Marble's played in 2 games so far this year. He's started 1. He's 0-1 so far. He's thrown 9 1/3 innings, gone 8 strikeouts, and has a 4.82 ERA. So looking to improve upon those numbers here tonight. So he throws a 1-2 count to the batter Evans. Checks on Brown at first base. As Brown takes off first, and Sebastian by the plate. Out at second base is Brown, and a good throw by Sebastian for the first out here of the game. That was actually a strike him out, throw him out double play as Evans went down on strikes, and then Brown was thrown out at second base. Caught me a little off guard to start the game here, but up now is the right fielder Sam Mormon for the All-Stars. So he watches ball number 1 go by. Mormon plays for the Milgram Mustangs during the season. He fouls one off to bring it to a 1-1 count. He's played in 24 games so far this year for a 350 average. Actually has 26 RBIs on the season. So a big hitter in the 3-hole, and hopefully that doesn't come back to hurt the Mustangs in the later innings as he watches a ball go by to bring it to a 2-1 count. As he lines one over, Johnson's head into left field. Sherburne there picks it up for just to hold him to a single there. So the first hit of this ball game is Mormon is on now, and that brings up the first baseman for the All-Stars, Anthony Miller, to the plate. I said lots of pregame festivities with the skydivers coming in, a bald eagle, and the fans really seem to enjoy that one as we have a packed house here tonight for this Thursday night game. There's a line drive, and Corper climbs the ladder, makes the grab for the final out here in the inning. And so the All-Stars are set down here in the top of the first. We'll head to the bottom of the first with Lucas Powers coming up to the plate.
Did it kill you? Yeah. Bird calls in general. Pouring paper on you. Why don't I just do the whole game again, like Chucky? Huh? You can just sit there and do your thing back there. You can work the camera sometimes. Maybe it's purple or anything else. Okay.
All right, we're back with you here as we head to the bottom half of the first inning with Lucas Powers, the second baseman, heading up. Batting second for the Mustangs, the center fielder Ryan Abernathy. Batting third, the designated hitter Trent Hill. Batting fourth, the first baseman Joe Corper. Batting fifth, the left fielder Mike Sherburne. Batting sixth, the right fielder Zach Johnson. Batting seventh, the catcher Nick Sebastian. Batting eighth, the third baseman Evan McDonald. And batting ninth tonight, the shortstop Matthew Johnson. As Lucas Powers heads to the plate. And on the hill for the All-Stars tonight is Tyler Meeks. Meeks plays for Natural Baseball Academy. He's played in 23 games so far this year. He's pitched 24 innings. He's allowed 18 hits, has a 1.095 ERA, so very good pitcher on the hills. He deals ball number one there.
Please be on the lookout, and also, ladies and gentlemen, just a reminder, there is no smoking in Philadelphia.
Meeks, the righty, deals and hits the outside corner for strike number one. Powers played in 17 games for the Mustangs so far this year. He's got a 200 average. A couple stolen bases so far, so if he gets on, we might look to him to steal second base, get into scoring position early in this one. But he watched strike number two go by, so a 1-2 count. A fly ball. The third base line. Third baseman settles under it and makes the grab for the first out here in the inning.
Now back to the center field. Northwest Missouri State University, number 87, Ryan Abernathy.
That brings up the center fielder Ryan Abernathy to the plate. As he watches strike number one go by. Just inside there for ball number one. Abernathy played in 26 games so far. He's batting .337 on the year. Has 19 RBIs, so a good start to the season so far as we're about halfway through. Deals outside there for ball number one. Go around the diamond for the Van Johnson All-Stars. We have Austin Evans in left field. Luke Lachetti is in center. Sam Mormon is in right. The left side of the infield, we have Brian Porting at third. Coleman Waheed at shortstop. The right side, Braden Brown's at second. Anthony Miller is at first. Behind the dish is Jake Jones. And as I said on the hill tonight for the All-Stars is Tyler Meeks. As he's dealing a 3-1 count to Abernathy here. And walks him there for the Mustangs' first base runner of this game. And that brings up the designated hitter Trent Hill to the plate. Trent Hill new to the Mustangs so far. He's only played in 2 games. He's gone 2 for 8 so far, for a .250 average. Got his first RBI of the season in last night's game as the Mustangs took home a winner against the Spooner Bandits 6-0. They moved to 22-10 on the season so far. There's one inside, and a 1-0 count on Hill. And you got to look or keep an eye on Abernathy at first base as he does have 12 stolen bases so far on the season. So definitely a speedy one on first base. He takes off for second base here. Catcher throws on down. Not in time as Abernathy is safe at second base to pick up his 13th of the season. And puts Hill in a great position to drive in his second RBI of the season. As Meeks deals strike number one. So 2-1 count on Hill. Some fans still filing in here. This is definitely one of the biggest crowds of the season so far. Everybody coming out to enjoy America's pastime on the day before America's birthday. Nothing better than that as Hill fouls one off there, so brings to a full count at 3-2 now. Meeks deals and they chop her right back up the middle. Second baseman Brown moves in, makes the catch, or fields the ball, throws it over to first for the second out here in the first inning, but that moves Abernathy on over to third base. So the first run of the game for the Mustangs just 90 feet away now as the first baseman Joe Corper heads to the plate. Corper had a slow start to the season, but picked it up as of late as he's batting .317 so far this year. And just 29 games played for him. He's got 14 RBIs, so number 15 is sitting on third base. We'll see if the Mustangs can take an early lead. As Corper watches strike number 1 go by, brings to a 1-1 count. Meek steals outside there, brings it to 2-1 now. Corper thought about it on that one, but does not go around, as that is ball number 3 now. Meek's dangerously close to putting runners on the corners and allowing his second walk of this game. But not yet, as Corper fouls one off. So it brings the count to full here. Oh, and a called strike 3 and a nice breaking ball for the final out here in the first inning. And as the All-Stars come up to bat in the top of the second, we'll stay knotted up at zeros. All right, welcome back. We're ready to start the second inning here at Phil Welch Stadium as the All-Stars come to bat, sending the center fielder Luke Laschetti to the plate. Still zeros on the scoreboard after 1 as Ted Lachetti's getting ready to hit here. It's a swing and a miss there by Luchetti, brings it to a 1-1 count. Knocks one down the third base line, just foul there, so a 1-2 count on Luchetti. Luchetti plays for Regal Plastic. Season. He's played 21 games, batting .420 on the season, so another fantastic hitter. You'd imagine that's why he's an all-star for the Van Johnson League. As he watches one outside, brings it to a 2-2 count. He skies one down the third base line, but into foul territory, so count remains at 2s. Marble set to deal, and the ground ball over to the third baseman McDonald, able to scoop it up on over to Corper for the first out here in the inning. It was a fairly routine play there for McDonald, able to secure it and make the first out here in the inning as the All-Stars send up Brian Porting to the plate. Porting, a teammate of Luchetti's at Regal Plastic. He's played in 21 games for him as well. So he's batting .370 on the season so far. Had a .423 on base percentage. So a little ground ball down third base line, rolls foul. Brings it to an 0-2 count on Porting. As Marble deals just outside there, brings it to a 1-2 count. It's a ground ball over to Powers, a slow roller. He's able to scoop it up on over to Corper for the second out here in the inning. And that brings up the designated hitter for the All-Stars, Keith Winterowd. Winterowd, a teammate of the starting pitcher Tyler Meeks, as he also plays at the Natural Baseball Academy. He's played in 23 games for him, batting .313 on the season. Also has a home run, so a little bit of power out of Winterowd. Nice swing and a miss there from Winterowd, brings to an 0-2 count. As Marble looks to set down the All-Stars in order here. Deals just low, so a 1-2 count on Winterowd. A swing and a miss by Winterowd, so sets him down on strikes for the final out in the inning here. We'll head to the bottom half of the second, still zeros on the scoreboard. All right, we're back with you here in the bottom half of the second innings. The Mustangs send left fielder Mike Sherburne to the plate. Still zeros on the scoreboard as he heads up there. Sherburne's played in 24 games so far. He's batting .310 on the season. Got 14 RBIs and 7 stolen bases, so good player for the Mustangs. He hits one down third base line just out of the reach of Porting on the diving play. Sherburne turns first, heads over to second base with a stand-up double to lead off the inning here. So great start to the inning for the Mustangs as now the right fielder Zach Johnson heads up to the plate. Johnson second in the team in RBIs. He has 17 on the season. So looking for that 18th one here. He's batting .237 in 28 games played this year. So a swing and a miss by Johnson for strike number one. Meeks looks in and a swing and a miss yet again for Johnson. Brings it to an 0-2 count now. A swing and a miss yet again from Johnson for strike number 3 for the first out here in the second inning, and that sends up the catcher Nick Sebastian to the plate. Sebastian's only played in 3 games for the Mustangs so far this year. He's gone 1 for 10 in those 3 games, so looking to get something jump started here in his beginning of the season. As Meeks deals and hits him on the left shoulder there, so that puts runners on first and second now. So I'm sure that one will need some ice in the morning. But for now, he's going to shake it off and stay on first base. So Sherburne's on second after that leadoff double. We got Sebastian on first, and the third baseman, Evan McDonald, coming up to the plate now. McDonald's played in 18 games for the Mustangs so far this year, and he's batting .175 on the season. There's a swing and a miss there for strike number 1. As Meeks delivers here just inside, brings it to a 1-1 count. Just tips it there, does McDonald. So brings it to a 1-2 count now. Meeks now looks in, and Sherburne takes off for third base. There's strike number 3. Catcher not able to handle it. He drops that one, but strikeout still stands. But both runners were able to advance on the play. So that puts Sebastian on second, Sherburne on third, and the shortstop Matthew Johnson now coming up to the plate. Johnson has been struggling this season. So he's played in 20 games, batting just .075 on the season. Does have a couple RBIs, so looking for a timely hit here to drive in the first 2 runs of this ball game. Watches strike number 1 go by, brings it to a 1-1 count. Brings it to a 2-1 count on Johnson now. Johnson fouls one behind the stands here. They swing and a miss by Johnson for strike number 3. Sets him down on strikes. And the final out here in the inning. We'll head to the top of the third as the Mustangs are still tied at zeros.
I'm down.
Right, we're back with you here in the top half of the third. Still knotted up at zeros after 2. And the All-Stars have catcher Jake Jones coming to the plate. Jones plays for the Midwest Orioles. He's played in 27 games so far this year, batting .414 on the season. Also has a home run. He's got 6 doubles on the year. See, skies one into right field. Johnson settles under it, makes the grab. So a quick 1 pitch, 1 out here to start the third inning. That now brings up the shortstop for the All-Stars, Coleman Waheed, to the plate. Marvel just about hits him in the head, but Waheed able to dodge out of that one. Waheed plays his regular season with the BJ Raiders. He's played in 22 games so far this year. He's batting .368 on the year. He's got 4 doubles and 2 triples, so quite a bit of speed. So we got to watch out for him to get on. There's a high fly ball into left center field. Nobody able to get to that one as it rolls all the way back to the wall, and he's looking to, took a hard round around second, but stays there for a stand-up double. That is the All-Star's second hit of this ball game. And that brings up the second baseman, Braden Brown, to the plate. Brown has 1 plate appearance as he led off the game, but ended up getting hit in the left shoulder by Marble. And then he ended up getting thrown out at second base on the tail end of a strike him out, throw him out double play. As Brown watches ball number 1 go by, brings it to a 1-1 count. Marble takes a long look at second base, and through the hole it goes. Sherburne charging on the plate, comes up throwing home, and not in time as he skies the throw beyond Sebastian. Fortunately, Marble was backing up on that one, so no further damage was done, but the All-Stars score the first run of this ball game as Wahid is driven in on a stand-up double by Braden Brown. I guess I don't know if it was a double so much as a single, and he took second on the throw home. As Marble looks here, and the batter Evans grounds one to third base and able to scoop it up as McDonald thrown over to first for the second out here in the inning. That brings up the right fielder Sam Mormon to the plate. Mormon 1 for 1 on the night as he has a single back in the first inning. He skies one into right field. Zach Johnson settles under it, makes the grab for the final out here in the third inning, but not before the All-Stars able to plate one in this one, so they take a 1-0 lead into the bottom half of the third. We're back with you here in the bottom half of the third as the All-Stars were able to plate one in the top half of this inning, so they have a 1-0 lead. As the Mustangs back to the top of the order with Lucas Powers coming to the plate. We have a pitching change already for the All-Stars as Tyler Meeks' day is done. He went just 2 innings, allowing 1 hit. And he had a walk and 4 strikeouts. And in comes Ryan Lesneski to pitch. So he deals ball number 1 there. Lesneski plays for the Milgram Mustangs. He's played in 24 games so far this year. He's pitched 47 in a third innings. He's allowed 14 earned runs for a 2.666 ERA. So he deals ball number 4 and walks Powers on 4 straight to lead off the Mustangs' third inning. And that brings up the center fielder Ryan Abernathy to the plate. Abernathy, one plate appearance in the first and ended up taking a walk in that one. Ended up having a stolen base, made all the way around to third before Corper struck out looking. A nice breaking ball by Meeks as Lesneski deals strike number one. Lesneski deals and the ground ball down to the third base line. Porting makes a sliding stop, but not in time as throws. The throw gets away from Miller at first base. The runner Powers comes all the way around to third base now. As he goes first to third on that one. We'll see what they rule that one. I believe they're going to rule it an error, it looks like. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that call. Is Abernathy quite quick as we've seen so far this year? I think he would have been able to beat it out, but I guess they are calling that one an error. And the third baseman Porting. And now the designated hitter for the Mustangs, Trent Hill, coming up to the plate. So he grounds one over to the second baseman, Brown, who picks it up, tries to get Abernathy at second. Out at second base is Abernathy, but Powers comes on in to score from third. So the Mustangs allow one in the top half of the third, but end up tying it up here in the bottom half, as now it is a 1-1 tie. And that brings up the first baseman, Joe Corper, to the plate. Corper struck out looking to end the first inning. A nice breaking pitch that Meeks threw. We have Trent Hill on first base. We'll see what kind of speed he has. Just his third game so far, and he already does have one stolen base, so maybe have a little speed on the base paths, and we'll see what they can do with one away here. As Corper watches ball number 2 go by, brings to a 2-1 count. Just to go back and clarify on the Abernathy hit, they did end up giving him a single on that one. And the error on the scoreboard came when Lucas Powers advanced to third base on the error by the third baseman Porting. As Corper fouls one off to even the count at 2s. So that's just a little clarification on what happened just a few moments ago. So we have a 2-2 count on Corper. One away here in the bottom half of the third as the Mustangs have already plated one in this inning. Looking to tack on a few more as Lasneski, deals just inside, brings it to a 3-2 count on Corper. Takes off for second, does Hill, but hangs up as that is a high fly ball into right field. Makes the grab, does Morton. So the second out here in the inning. As Hill goes back onto first base, and now the left fielder Mike Sherburne comes up to the plate. Sherburne 1 for 1 of the night as he ripped that double into or down the left field line to lead off the second inning. The ground ball right back to Lesneski. He's able to handle it, tosses on over to Miller at first for the final out here in the inning. But the Mustangs able to plate one and tie it up at 1s as we head into the top half of the fourth.
All-star game. Trying to get everybody to play. Oh yeah.
All right, we're back with you here in the top half of the fourth inning. We're all tied up at ones as both teams scored one in the third inning. And the first baseman for the All-Stars, Anthony Miller, coming to the plate. Just had the drive around the field presented by Randy Reed Chevrolet. Fun place for all your automotive needs. As Miller fouls one off his leg there. So I feel like he's going to take a few moments before this next pitch. So he walks around a little bit. So a 1-1 count on Miller. As Marble deals ball number 2, so a 2-1 count. Miller 0 for 1 of the ninth. He had that line drive in the first inning. Lined out to the first baseman, Corper, who made the catch on a fantastic play, climbing the ladder a little bit, although not much for the big man as he does stand at 6'5". A fly ball stays just in the outfield grass there. And the shortstop Johnson able to make the play for the first out here in the inning. That sends up the center fielder for the All-Stars, Luke Laschetti, to the plate. Laschetti looks to bunt there, but pulls back for ball number 1. Laschetti 0 for 1 on the night. He grounded out to the third baseman, McDonald, to start off the second inning. He skies one down the third baseline yet again. McDonald tracking it and makes the grab to put the second man away here. So 2 up, 2 down for the All-Stars as they send the third baseman Brian Porting to the plate. Porting stands at 0 for 1 on the night. He grounded out to Powers for the second out in the second inning. Marble deals strike number 1, hitting the outside corner. The swing and a miss from Laschetti brings to an 0-2 count. As Marble looks for his third strikeout of this ball game. Marble deals high there, so 1-2 count. Nice swing and a miss by Laschetti. Sets him down on strikes for the final out here in the fourth. We'll head to the bottom half of the fourth. Mustangs coming up to the plate and still tied at 1. We're back with you here in the bottom half of the fourth inning, and a 1-1 tie as the Mustangs send right fielder Zach Johnson to the plate. Ryan Lasneski's day is done. Through just that third inning, allowed one hit, had a walk, and ended up allowing that run to score as Lucas Powers came around. And now they bring in Cade Brummer to pitch. Brummer plays for the MSBL Royals. He deals to Johnson. There's ball number one. Brummer's played in 18 games. He's thrown 27 and 2/3 innings. It's a deep fly ball down the left field line. Just foul on a almost sliding catch there by Evans in left field. That's just a long strike for Johnson, so a 1-1 count. So I was saying Brummer's pitched 27 and 2/3 innings so far this year, and he's got 28 strikeouts and a 1.95 ERA. He is just another in a long line here of good pitchers for the All-Stars, as they bring in 7 pitchers and only one of them has above a 2.0 ERA. Mustangs going to be hard-pressed for runs as there's a line drive into left field. Falls just short of Evans for a single here to lead off the inning from Johnson. And that brings up the catcher, Nick Sebastian, to the plate. Sebastian has one plate appearance, ended up coming up in the second inning and got hit on the left shoulder. He lines one down the third base line and hits off the tent down there on the left field concourse. First strike, number one. They swing and a miss there from Sebastian for strike number two. They said he was hit on the left shoulder in the second inning. As Brummer deals ball number one in the dirt there. Catcher Jones able to make the stop on that one to hold the runner at first base. Brummer deals to even the count at 2-2 now. Johnson thought about taking off, but stays put at first as there's ball number three to bring it to a full count. A swing and a miss there from Sebastian for a strikeout. And the first out of this fourth inning. That brings up the third baseman, Evan McDonald, to the plate. McDonald 0 for 1 of the night as he struck out looking back in the second inning. As I said, lots of festivities here as we have a patriotic weekend planned. And swing and a miss as Johnson takes off for second, and the throw from Jones in time as Johnson out at second base for the second out here in the inning. A deep fly ball out to center field, but Lachetti able to make the grab for the final out here in the inning. The Mustangs unconventionally go down 1-2-3 in this one, so we're through four innings played, still tied at 1.
Take a step forward. Take a step forward. Shoot him. Come on. Toby. A little more power. Oh. Ah, drains it. Woo! Who are you waving at? Why?
We're back with you here in the top half of the fifth inning. Still knotted up at ones as the All-Stars come to the plate with designated hitter Keith Wintroud coming up. Wintroud 0 for 1 on the night as he struck out swinging to end the second inning. See what Marble can do against him here. There's a swing and a miss there for strike number 1. A swing and a miss yet again. Brings us to an 0-2 count. As Marble looking for his 4th K of the night. Dealing just high there. Brings it to a 1-2 count. And there is strike number 3, hitting on a nice breaking ball by Marble for the first out of this inning. Just hitting the inside corner and froze the hitter. As he struck him out looking. That brings up the catcher Jake Jones to the plate. Jones 0 for 1 on the night as he flew out to Johnson to start off the third inning. Watches strike number 1 go by there. Said the Van Johnson All-Stars sporting the camouflage jerseys tonight as Jones fouls one back. Just part of the weekend festivities here as we have a patriotic weekend planned presented by the Air National Guard. Tonight we had skydivers and a bald eagle before the game, honored 3 local heroes as well. Have a jersey auction during the game. So that's going on now, and a Heartland Health fireworks spectacular after the game. There's a ground ball over to Johnson at short, able to scoop it up, makes the play at first base for the second out here in the inning. And that brings up the 9-hole hitter, shortstop Coleman Waheed to the plate. As Waheed, 1 for 1 on the night. He had a double back in the third inning. Being told by the cameraman, Chucky Kemp, that he's afraid of the bald eagle. Apparently, it just stared into his soul as he walked by it. And now he is deathly afraid of it, always looking out for it. They swing and a miss by Waheed, bring it to a 1-2 count. I, on the other hand, love the bald eagle because I'm an American.
I love it. I love it. It's just a scary thing.
So a little line drive into right field. Johnson able to handle it for the final out in the inning. The All-Stars go down 1-2-3 here in the fifth, and we'll head to the bottom half of the inning. Still a 1-1 tie. All right, we're back with you here in the bottom half of the fifth inning. As Matthew Johnson heads to the plate, still knotted up at ones here. We have a pitching change again for the All Stars, as Cade Brummer's day is done. I'm trying to get the number on the new pitcher as he deals strike one. The lead pitching now is Logan Bausch as Johnson skies one into center field, and the center fielder Luchetti able to make the play. The first out here in the inning. We now have the second baseman Lucas Powers coming to the plate. Bausch, the Midwest Orioles, played in 27 games. He's thrown 35 and 2/3 innings so far this year. Has 32 strikeouts and a 1.51 ERA. As he deals ball number one to Powers there. A ground ball over to the third baseman Porting, able to handle it on over to Miller at first for the second out here in the inning. That now brings up the center fielder for the Mustangs, Ryan Abernathy, to the plate. Abernathy 1 for 1 of the night. He has a single and a walk in the first inning. He looks to make the All-Stars avoid a 1-2-3 inning. So 2-0 count on Abernathy. Bausch delivers, and a line drive into left field. Left fielder Evans able to make the grab for the final out here in the inning. Mustangs go down 1-2-3 in the fifth, and we'll head to the top half of the sixth at a 1-1 tie. All right, we're back here with you in the top half of the sixth inning. It's a 1-1 tie still as the All-Stars come up to the plate. We now have a pinch hitter for the All-Stars, as Braden Brown's day is done, And Gabriel Greenbaum comes into pinch hit. Greenbaum plays for the Bandits this season as he fouls one off there. He's played in 18 games for him this year, batting .304. We got a .484 on base percentage, and he's got 3 doubles so far in the year. As he watches ball number 1 go by, so a 1-2 count now. So he fouls one down the first base line, keeps it at 1-2. Marble deals. Greenbaum fouls another one off. Keeps it at a 1-2 count. As I said, we have a patriotic weekend here at Phil Welch Stadium. We've already been through what we got going on tonight. As Greenbaum watches ball number 2 go by just a bit outside. And tomorrow night, on America's birthday, the 4th of July, we have an apple pie eating contest. So have veterans and active military get entered into some special drawings for some very fun prizes. So a line drive down the third base line goes foul as, again, he fouls another one off. So count stays at even at 2s. So we got some fun 4th of July stuff going on tomorrow night as they said the apple pie eating contest, the drawings for active military and veterans. And we also have another Heartland Health Fireworks Spectacular after the game as Greenbaum tips one there. And the catcher, Sebastian, not able to handle it. So keeps it at 2-2.
Just a little, so let's
go. And then on Saturday night, deals high there. Brings it to a 3-2 count. Tomorrow night we're also taking on the Sedalia Bombers as we head back to some Mink League action. Sedalia having a very good season so far. As Greenbaum skies one, Sebastian heads back to the fence, but out of play it goes. Greenbaum staying alive up there as he keeps the count at 3-2. We're just saying Sedalia having a very, very good season so far. They stand at 18-7 in league play. They have a 2-game lead in the South Division. The Mustangs stand at 14-9 in league play and have a half-game lead over the Chillicothe Mudcats. There's a line drive down the left field line. Not able to get to it is Sherburne, so it drops foul and keeps the count at 3-2. Then on Saturday night, we'll be celebrating the 100th anniversary of World War I as Greenbaum finally draws a walk to put the lead runner on. As Austin Evans was supposed to come to the plate, but is being pinch hit for by Matt Stacks. Is now playing left field. Stacks plays for the North Kansas City Apartments, who we just faced the other day. He was the DH in that one. Stacks batting .279 on the season so far. He's played 19 games for the North Kansas City Apartments. He's got 4 doubles on the year. So we'll see what he can do here as we do have a runner on first base. And he skies one, stays on the infield. The infielders converge on it, but McDonald calls him off, makes the play for the first out here in the inning. We'll see who the pinch hitter is for. Oh, there is no pinch hitter as Sam Mormon stays in the game. Mormon 1 for 2 on the night. So he had a single in the first inning, ended up flying out to Johnson in right field in the third inning. So he lines one to Corper at first base, able to snag it out of the air there to put away Mormon. Steps on first base for the double play, unassisted double play. And the All-Stars unconventionally go down 1-2-3 in this inning. We'll head to the bottom half of the sixth. Mustangs coming to bat in a 1-1 tie. All right, we're back with you here in the bottom half of the sixth inning, a 1-1 tie as the Mustangs head to the plate with designated hitter Trent Hill coming up. Another pitching change for the All-Stars as Logan Bausch is out. And they bring in Luke Burnage to pitch. He deals strike number one, hitting the inside corner. We also have a defensive change at catcher as Jake Jones is out. And now catching is Jared Gage. Nice swing and a miss by Hill for strike number two. Burnage plays for the North Kansas City Apartments. He's thrown in 19 games, thrown 19 and 2/3 innings. He has 29 strikeouts and a 1.83 ERA. As Hill grounds over to Miller at first base, bobbles it, and not able to come up with it, so Hill safe at first. We'll see if they rule that an error. As that is ruled an error on Miller on a fairly routine play. So Hill reaches base there, and the first baseman Corper now comes to the plate. Corper 0 for 2 on the night. He has got a strikeout and a flyout. He just misses for ball number one. There's a ground ball up the middle. Looks to be a single for Corper as Hill thought about going for third, but stays at second base. That brings up the Mustangs left fielder Mike Sherburne to the plate. Sherburne 1 for 2 on the night. He has a double in the second inning, ended up grounding back to the pitcher to end the third inning. So the Mustangs have 2 runners on with nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th. And we'll see what Sherburne can do. So he lines one into left field, but the left fielder Evans able to make the play.
Right fielder, Johnson.
I guess that was actually Matt Stacks in left field now as he came in to pinch hit for Evans in the top half of this inning. And that brings up the right fielder, Zach Johnson, to the plate. Johnson watches ball number 1 go by in the dirt. So a 1-0 count on Johnson. Still runners on first and second here. He watches ball number 2 go by. Bring it to a 2-0 count. Johnson 1 for 2 on the night. He's got a strikeout and a single so far in this one. He looks to reach base again. Watches ball number 3 go by, hitting the dirt. Gage able to block it on that one. So the runners remain at first and second. We'll see what Burnage can do here as he deals inside for ball number 4 to load the bases. And that brings up the catcher for the Mustangs, Nick Sebastian, to the plate. Sebastian 0 for 1 on the night. He's got a strikeout, but he did reach base after getting hit in the left shoulder in the second inning. So he watches a nice breaking pitch for strike number 1. Burnage deals, and there's strike number 2. So he's caught him looking there on 2 straight pitches. Sebastian looks to avoid his second strikeout of the night. We'll see what Burnage can do. Deals high there. Brings it to a 1-2 count. So I was saying a lot of patriotic festivities going on this week, and already gone through what's going on tonight and tomorrow. But on Saturday night, as the Nevada Griffins come to town, Sebastian watches ball number 2 there. We will be celebrating the 100th anniversary of World War I. The World War I Museum out of Kansas City will be coming up and handing out some fun prizes for the fans. Again, we'll have another Heartland Health Fireworks Spectacular. There's a swing and a miss there from Sebastian for strike number 3, the second out of this inning. And that brings up the third baseman, Evan McDonald, to the plate. So I was saying we'll have another Fireworks Spectacular on Saturday night. As the Nevada Griffins come to town. Nevada is 12-13 in league play. They sit 6 games back in the South Division. They had a good start to the season, but tapered off as of late. So we'll see what the Mustangs can do against them on Saturday night here at Phil Welch Stadium. As McDonald watched ball number 1 go by there. There's a little blooper into right field. Moorman able to make the grab for the final out here in the inning. So the Mustangs able to load the bases, but not able to do anything with it as we still have a 1-1 tie heading into the top half of the 7th.
Oh! What?
We're back with here in the top half of the 7th inning as we still have a 1-1 tie. Marble still on the mound for the Mustangs heading into this one is a pinch hitter now at the plate with Dylan Christie coming up. Watch strike number 1 go by. Watch his ball number 1 in the dirt. So I believe we'll see quite a few more pinch hitters coming up as the Van Johnson All-Stars treating this like an actual All-Star game. As Christie fouls one off down the right field line. As said, they seem to be treating this as an actual All-Star game, trying to get everybody in there. I can imagine they would be. So we'll see what's going on here as Skies one down the right or left field line into the stands. As Christie watches ball number 2 hit the dirt, so a 2-2 count. Christie plays for the Milgram Mustangs out of the Van Johnson League. So you watch his ball number 3 go by. He's played in 24 games so far this year and batting .339 on the season. He leads this All-Star team in home runs as he has 3 on the year. Also has a triple and 7 doubles. So looks to be the power hitter coming up as he drives one deep into center field, but Abernathy able to make the grab out there for the first out here in the 7th inning. That brings up the center fielder for the All-Stars, Luke Laschetti, to the plate. I imagine Laschetti and Moorman will play this entire game as there's only one other outfielder for the All-Stars. His name is Matthew McHugh, but he's also listed as a pitcher. So we might see him coming in to pitch instead of to play the field. We'll find out coming up here in the later innings. As Laschetti fouls one off and skies one down the third base line. McDonald tries to make a leaping grab, but it was just outside the field of play. So there's an 0-2 count on Laschetti. Laschetti 0 for 2 on the night. He's got a ground out and a fly out so far in this one. Marble's taking a long look, ended up stepping off the mound. Take a bit of a breather here. He's set to deal this one just outside. Brings to a 1-2 count now. He fouls one off. To keep the count at 1-2 here. See what Marble can do as Machete hits one down the left field line. That goes just onto the left field concourse down there. So nobody able to make a play on that one as the count stays at 1-2. He deals just hitting the dirt there to even the count at 2s here. Machete grounds it right back to Marble, was able to make the grab. Toss on over to Corper for the second out here in the 7th inning. As we have a pinch hitter coming up here. Brian Porting's day is done, and Aaron Stubblefield is coming to the plate. You watch a strike number 1 go by. Stubblefield plays for the Milgram Mustangs. He's played in 24 games so far this year. He's got 5 doubles, 2 triples, and a home run on the season, batting .366. So a lot of very good hitters on this team. As you can imagine there would be for an all-star team. And Stubblefield watches strike number 2 go by and grounds one back up the middle outside the reach of a diving Powers into center field. It's a single in Stubblefield first at bat. As it looks like we have another pinch hitter coming up with the new designated hitter subbing in for Keith Winterroud is Nicholas Deckler. As Marble deals just outside there, bring to a 1-0 count. Deckler plays for the MSBL Royals this season. Played in 18 games, batting .370 on the year, and has 6 doubles and 1 home run so far. And just 6 strikeouts on the season for him. As he sits on a 1-0 count here. Marble checks on Stubblefield at first there. Stubblefield takes off a ground ball by Deckler over to third baseman McDonald, able to make the grab for the final out here in the inning. As he throws on over to Corper there, but nobody able to score in this one as we still have a 1-1 tie. We head for the 7th inning stretch and into the bottom half of the 7th.
Yeah, Betty Johnson gets a hit. Betty Johnson gets a hit. Yeah, he's coming up. Dollar? All right. do actually. Security for a minute.
We're back with you here in the bottom half of the 7th inning, still knotted up at ones. As we have the YMCA going on, and down the first base line have the cop doing the YMCA. The fans loving it out here. As the dancing cop is back again. I remember him from last season. He always has a fun time when he comes out here. Always dancing along. Fun to see somebody you would not normally see doing that, joining in on the fun here. As we have a pitching change, or just back to the action on the field. As I said, we have a pitching change for the All-Stars with Luke Burnage going out of the game and Dakota Stone coming into the game. Also a defensive change at shortstop. Coleman Waheed is done and Eric Benson comes into the game. As the Mustangs shortstop Matthew Johnson heads to the plate, looking to bunt here, but pulls back, so a 1-0 count. Stone plays for Seaboard this season. He's thrown in 18 games, 17 innings pitched, has not allowed a run as he has a 0 ERA and 22 strikeouts on the season as Johnson flies one into center field. But the center fielder Luchetti able to make the grab for the first out here in the inning. As the Mustangs head back to the top of the order with Lucas Powers coming to the plate. Powers 0 for 2 on the night, but he did reach base on a walk in the 3rd inning. Ended up coming around to score the Mustangs' only run of this ball game. So we'll see what he can do here against the new pitcher Stone. As Powers sits on an 0-1 count here. Stone deals just inside. Brings it to a 1-1 count. As he deals in the dirt there, so 2-1 count on Powers. Powers grounds to the shortstop Benson, able to pick it up and make the throw over to Christie at first base for the second out here in the inning. And that brings up the center fielder Ryan Abernathy to the plate. Abernathy 1 for 2 on the night. He had a single back in the 3rd inning. Also reached base on a walk in the 1st inning. So you watch the strike number 1. A nice fastball by Stone. Hits the inside corner there. It's a fly ball just on the outfield grass. Shortstop Benson makes the grab for the final out here in the 7th inning. So the Mustangs go down in order in this one. We'll head to the top of the 8th. The All-Stars coming to bat in a 1-1 tie. All right, we're back with you here in the top half of the 8th inning as Jared Gage comes to the plate for the All-Stars. It's his first plate appearance in this one. He came in to sub at catcher back in the, I believe, 6th inning. As he lines one all the way down the right field line, but into foul territory. If that was about 6 feet to the left, that would have been a home run. But fortunately, it was to the right of the foul pole. So a 1-1 count on Gage. Gage plays for the Mid-Americare Nationals this season. Played in 23 games for him, has 4 doubles, a triple, and 2 home runs. He's batting .364 on the season as he watches strike number 2 go by, so a 1-2 count on him. Nice swing and a miss for strike number 3 on Gage. So that brings in Eric Benson. He came in as a defensive replacement for Coleman Waheed in the 7th inning. Now coming up to the plate, he plays for the Bandits this season. Played in 18 games so far. He's got a triple and a home run this season, batting .356. So he watches an 0-1 count. As Marble deals, hitting the outside corner there for strike number 2. So an 0-2 count on Benson. Marble deals in the dirt there, brings it to a 1-2 count. As I said, we have a fantastic crowd out here for a beginning to the patriotic weekend we have. The official attendance for the night, 4,047. As the lines one into left field, falls in there for a single. As in his first plate appearance, gets a single there for Benson. That is the All-Stars' 5th hit of this ball game. We head back to the top of the order with Gabriel Greenbaum coming up to the plate. He hit has his first plate appearance in the 6th inning. He ended up getting a walk in that one and got out on the tail end of a double play by Corper as Corper fields this one, steps on first base to get Greenbaum out, but not able to make a try at second base, so Benson safe at second. And that brings up Matthew Stacks, the left fielder, to the plate. Stacks, pinch hit in the sixth inning, ended up flying out to the third baseman, Evan McDonald, in that one. See what he can do here. As there's two away here in the top of the eighth. Watches ball number one hit the inside corner. There's ball number two, just low there. Brings it to a 2-0 count on Stacks. As Sebastian heads out to talk to Marble. Try and calm him down a little bit, I guess. Maybe talk a little strategy. Sebastian back behind the plate, so we're ready for action yet again here. Marble steps off the mound there. Took a long look at Benson on second base. As Stacks fouls one off there to bring it to a 2-1 count. Stacks plays his college ball at Rockhurst University down in Kansas City. Ended up signing out of high school as he fouls one to the netting there. Ended up going down to Springfield to play for Drury in his first two seasons. Then ended up transferring to Rockhurst. Actually was injured in the fall of 2013 last year, and he was redshirted this past year. But healthy enough now to play summer ball and join an all-star team here. The lines one down the right field line, and fair is the call, and back to the wall as Benson comes around to score, and Stacks is sliding into second for a double in that to drive in the second run of the game for the All-Stars. As Benson comes around to score on that one. And the All-Stars take a 2-1 lead here in the top half of the eighth. That brings up the right fielder for the Van Johnson All-Stars, Sam Mormon, to the plate. Sebastian heading on out to talk to Marble. Tries to calm him down after a good piece of hitting by Stacks. Looks like we might actually have a pitching change here for the Mustangs as manager Matt Johnson heads out to the mound to talk to Marble. There is some action in the Mustangs bullpen out there in right field, so we'll see if somebody starts jogging in. So it does look like Dixon Marble's day is done. After he threw 7 2/3 of an inning, we'll see who the new pitcher is when we come back. We're back with you here in the top half of the eighth. The All-Stars have already plated one in this inning, still two away as we have a pitching change for the Mustangs. Dixon Marble's day is done as he goes 7 2/3 of an inning, allows 6 hits, has 1 walk and 5 strikeouts. He's allowed 2 earned runs so far, but he is still responsible for Matt Stack standing out there on second base. The new pitcher for the Mustangs is number 18, Blake Collins, coming in as he comes in to face a left-handed batter. Collins, a left-handed pitcher, coming in to face the left-handed batter, Sam Mormon. Collins has appeared in 6 games so far this year for the Mustangs. So in 13 innings, has 9 strikeouts and a 2.07 ERA. See what he can do here against Mormon as he threw a breaker there for ball number 1. Hits the outside corner. Nice fastball there. Brings it to a 1-1 count. Mormon 1 for 3 on the night. Had that 1 hit back in the first inning. And a couple flyouts so far in this one. So we'll see what he can do here. As Collins deals, looks to be a slider there. But ended up hitting outside. Brings it to a 2-1 count. Mormon lines one down the left field line, about a foot foul. It ends up falling. So just a long strike for him there, and that moves it to a 2-2 count now. As Collins deals a big breaker there and a foul ball by Mormon. Keeps it at a 2-2 count. So Collins set to deal here. They took a long look at Stacks and a big breaker in there for strike number 3. Catches Mormon looking on that one. So the final out in the inning was that nice strikeout by Collins. We'll head to the bottom half of the eighth after the All-Stars plated 1 in the top half to take a 2-1 lead.
Make sure you bring some more dollars on set.
All right, we're back with you here in the bottom half of the 8th inning as the All-Stars throw out another new pitcher. Dakota Stone's day is through, and they send out Matthew McHugh, the final pitcher on their roster. So we'll see what he ends up doing here as the Mustangs send designated hitter Trent Hill to the plate. They swing and a miss there from Hill for strike number 1. Hill 0 for 3 on the night. Has reached base on a fielder's choice and an error so far. As he watches ball number 1 go by to a 1-1 count. McHugh deals ball number 2 there, brings it to a 2-1 count. And they swing and a miss by Hill. Evens the count at 2s. Sitting up here looking at the name McHugh, I used to know a guy back in grade school by the name of Sean McHugh. As he deals ball number 3 there to bring it to a full count. And I don't know if this is his younger brother. I'm not sure, but I do know that Sean McHugh was actually drafted in the recent MLB draft by the Cincinnati Reds. So if this is his younger brother, he comes from good lines. His brother was a good player down in Kansas City. As Hill fouls one off there to keep the count at 3-2. Trying to get the fans involved. They need a little rally here, do the Mustangs, as they sit down 2-1. As Hill fouls off another one, keeps the count at full. McHugh deals and Hill fouls off yet again. Back to the netting, rolls on down, keeps it at a 3-2 count. So again, we try to get the fans into it. A little line drive just past a diving Benson at shortstop into left field for a single from Hill. Good piece of hitting as he fouled off and fouled off and fouled off and finally got his pitch to singled into left field. And that brings up the first baseman for the Mustangs, Joe Corper, to the plate. The Mustangs need a bit of a rally here. Again, they sit down 2-1 after the All-Stars plated one in the top half of the 8th. They fly ball into right field. Mormon moving back, makes the grab. At just about at the warning track there. For the first out here in the inning. It did look like that ball might have had the lift to get out, but ends up falling just short as we still remain homerless here at Phil Wells Stadium, except for during the Mustangs versus the Mustangs alumni when Johnny Coy hit a bomb out to left field. That's the only home run at Phil Wells Stadium so far. So the only home run was hit by a Mustangs coach. McHugh deals and Hill takes off. A swing and a miss there. But Hill's safe at second base. He steals one here. So an 0-2 count now on the hitter, Sherburne. Sherburne stands 1 for 3 on the night. They had a double to lead off the second inning. So looking for more of the same here, as that would score the tying run in this ball game. We'll see what Sherburne can do against McHugh. Delivers high there, brings it to a 1-2 count. McHugh deals and Sherburne fouls one off. Keeps it at a 1-2 count. Still one away here in the bottom of the 8th. As we continue to try and get the fans cheering here. See if they can cheer on the Mustangs to a comeback win here. They swing and a miss from Sherburne. The ball gets away from Gage, the catcher. He's able to pick it up and throw on down to first base to secure the out. But Hill moves over to third base on the play. So the tying run stands just 90 feet away as Zach Johnson, the right fielder, comes to the plate, looking to add to his already impressive 17 RBIs on the season. This is a big one here. As I said, the Mustangs looking to come back from this 2-1 deficit. As McHugh deals inside, a little breaking piece there. Just missing the corner, so 1-0 count on Johnson. As they swing and a miss there from Johnson, brings it to a 1-1 count. McHugh deals here, and a ground ball down the third base line, just foul. That was maybe about 6 inches outside the line, so 1-2 count on Johnson. He looks to drive in the tying run here. He's as he lines one just past the shortstop to drive in the tying run as Hill jogs on in. And a single from Zach Johnson drives in the tying run here. The Mustangs tie it up at 2 with now Nick Sebastian coming to the plate. Sebastian 0 for 2 on the night. He did reach base after getting hit in the left shoulder in the second inning. Still 2 away here for the All-Stars. Johnson standing on first after he drove in the tying run there. A hard hit single up the middle. As Sebastian watches ball number 1 go by to even the count at 1-1. McHugh now set to deliver here. They swing and a miss by Sebastian, brings it to a 1-2 count. McHugh looks to put away the Mustangs. It's a big breaking ball there, but just missing high, so a 2-2 count on Sebastian. As Sebastian looks to avoid his third strikeout of the night. Looking to avoid the hat trick here in this one. So he watches ball number 3 go by. The catcher Gage able to drop down and block that one to keep Johnson on first base. McHugh delivers here. Johnson takes off for second base. Ground ball over the shortstop fence, and he scoops it up on over to Christie at first for the final out in this one. As the Mustangs tie up the game here in the bottom of the 8th. Scoring 1 on a Zach Johnson single up the middle. So a 2-2 tie as we head into the 9th inning.
place for? Oh wow, I hate those guys. We're coming to America. Look at this. All right.
We're back with you here in the top half of the ninth inning, a 2-2 tie after both teams scored in the eighth inning. The first baseman for the All-Stars, Dylan Christie, coming to the plate. He was a pinch hitter back in the seventh inning, ended up flying out to the center fielder, Ryan Abernathy. Colin's still on the mound, about to pitch this ninth inning after he threw the eighth inning. Or didn't throw the eighth inning, he got the last out in the eighth inning. He's got a 1-1 count. He grounds one down the third base line. And McDonald scoops it up on over to Corporate first for the first out here in the inning. That brings up the center fielder for the All-Stars, Luke Laschetti, to the plate. Laschetti 0 for 3 on the night. He's got a couple ground outs and a fly out so far in this one. The swing and a miss by Laschetti brings it to an 0-1 count. Collins deals in the dirt there, brings it to a 1-1 count now. As they ground ball over to Corporate first, he grabs it, goes and steps on the bag for the second out here in the ninth. That brings up Aaron Stubblefield to the plate, the third baseman for the All-Stars. Came in and pinch hit in the seventh inning for Brian Porting. Ended up getting a single in that one. So he looks to go 2 for 2 on the night and keep this game alive for the All-Stars. As he fouls one back to the netting there. Brings it to an 0-1 count. Stubblefield looked to lay down a bunt there, but pulls back just in time as that one is called a ball. So a ball, or excuse me, 1-1 count. The sound system malfunctioned a little bit, bringing out a loud buzzing noise. Collins deals, and a line drive down the right field line goes into foul territory there, off the fence. So a 1-2 count on Stubblefield. Deals strike number 3 there as he catches Stubblefield looking for the final out in the ninth inning. The Mustangs look to drive in the game winner in this 2-2 tie in the bottom half of the ninth. Back with you here in the bottom half of the ninth inning as the Mustangs send a pinch hitter to the plate. Coming in for Evan McDonald is number 28, Kyle Richards. McDonald went 0 for 3 on the night, so Richards looking to get some production out of the 8-hole here. As Mustangs look to start off with a hit and try and win this game as we are knotted up at 2s after 8.5 innings. Richards has played in 18 games for the Mustangs so far this year. He's batting .236 on the season. Got a few RBIs and 4 stolen bases so far this year. As you watch ball number 1 go by. He skies one into center field. The center fielder Luchetti able to make the grab for the first out here in the 9th inning. Looks like we have another pinch hitter coming up. Coming in for Matthew Johnson is number 3, Brandon Husky. Husky's played in 24 games so far. He's batting .239 on the season as he skies this one into center field. Luchetti drifts on back and settles under it, makes the grab for the second out in the inning. So a couple quick outs here in the bottom half of the 9th as the second baseman, top of the order, Lucas Powers, comes up to the plate. Powers 0 for 3 on the night. He did reach base with a walk in the 3rd inning. He ended up coming around to score in that one for the Mustangs' first run of this ball game. As he watches a fastball in there for strike number 1. As McHugh deals ball number 1 just outside there, so a 1-1 count. He deals ball number 2, so 2-1. You got to imagine that this one won't go too many extras if it does come to that, as McHugh is the last pitcher for the All-Stars. And they have used up all of their position players as well, so no substitutions for them if this one ends up going into a couple extra innings. But there's ball 3 on Powers. So a 3-1 count. McHugh deals and a high chopper over the third baseman's head into left field. Powers rounding first, heading over to second base. The left fielder comes up throwing, sliding in, and safe at second base is Powers. As he slides in there with a double here. Mustangs looking for that 2-out rally as they now send up the center fielder Ryan Abernathy to the plate. Abernathy does lead the team in RBIs. He does have 19 of them on the season. As he looks for that 20th one, that'll be the game winner in this one, so we'll see what he can do. He sits at 1 for 3 on the night, had a single back in the 3rd inning, also reached base with a walk in the 1st. The 4,000 plus here at Phil Welch Stadium get into it a little bit as they're looking to cheer the Mustangs on to victory tonight. The time is called as Gage heads on out to talk to McHugh. Still can't get over that double that was hit by Powers. That was just a shallow hit into left field. He thought he was going to stay at first, but he just hustles out a double on a fantastic play as Abernathy watches ball number 1 go by. It was great to see the hustle still in this one as the Mustangs try to pull out a winner. McHugh now set to deliver here. Deals strike number 1. Nice breaking pitch hit in the outside corner. Brings us to a 1-1 count on Abernathy. McHugh delivers just outside. Brings to a 2-1 count. We'll see what Abernathy can do here as he works himself into a bit of a hitter's count here. Yeah, I think he might be seeing fastball on this one, as that does seem to be McHugh's best pitch of the night. Just hits it in there for a strike number 2. Evens the count at 2s. As Abernathy looks to avoid being the final out here in the 9th inning. As McHugh deals outside to bring it to a full count now. Still 2 away here in the bottom of the 9th. We'll see what Abernathy can do on this one. You got to mention Powers is running on this one. Does start to take off, but Abernathy gets a high one there for ball number 4. So runners on first and second now for the Mustangs. As the designated hitter Trent Hill comes to the plate. Hill is 1 for 4 in the night as he singled to lead off the 8th inning. Ended up coming around to score in a Zach Johnson single for the second run of the Mustangs ball game. We'll see if he can drive in the winning run for St. Joe here. As McHugh sets. Deals a fastball hitting the outside corner for strike number 1. As McHugh deals just inside there to even it at 1s here. The coach of the All-Stars comes out to talk to McHugh. Trying to calm him down in this one. Coach jogs on off the field, so we're ready for action here again. As Hill steps in on a 1-1 count. As McHugh deals and off the dirt back to the backstop. Both runners advance, so the winning run for the Mustangs now stands just 90 feet away on this 2-1 count to Hill. Hill's played in just 2 games for the Mustangs, does have 1 RBI so far this year. He only has 2 hits on the season, but one of them drove in a run as he looks to continue that here. This would be huge for the new Mustangs players. He fouls one off to the fence here. Brings it to a 2-2 count. In a critical moment for the Mustangs. Hill taking a little extra time before this pitch. You got to imagine the nerves running through him right now. As I said, he's very new to the Mustangs and looking to be the hero in this one. As McHugh sets. A ground ball over to the first baseman, Christie, able to field it and step on first for the final out here in the 9th inning. And it looks like we are heading to extras here at Phil Welch Stadium. Everybody going to get some free baseballs. It's a 2-2 tie heading into the 10th inning.
too. No one in the end. Get fired up. USA. USA. Wait, what?
We're back with you here in the top of the 10th inning now, as the All-Stars come to bat in this 2-2 tie, sending the designated hitter Nicholas Deckler to the plate. Deckler came in to hit for Keith Winterrout in the 7th inning, ended up grounding out to McDonald at third base. As a line drive into right field, Powers moves on back, makes the grab for the first out here in the 10th inning. That brings up the catcher for the All-Stars, Jared Gage, to the plate. Gage's only plate appearance was in the 8th inning, where he struck out swinging to lead off that inning. Watch as a ball go by, as Colin's still on the hill for this one. So he lines one to Powers and out as Powers makes the stabbing catch there. And that brings up the shortstop, Eric Benson, to the plate. So you hear the Sports Center music going off in the background, as that could be a Sports Center top 10 nominee. Benson batted in the 8th inning, ended up getting a single in that one, came around to score the second run of the game for the All-Stars. So you watch as ball number 1 go by. Collins just outside corner, nice fast, brings a 1-1 count. So he hits the outside corner, brings it to a 1-2 count now. Collins deals and just a bit outside there, evens the count at 2s. Collins deals, and a swing and a miss there from Benson. Sets him down on strikes. The final out here in the 10th inning. We'll head to the bottom half of the 10. The Mustangs come to plate in this 2-2 tie. We're back with you here in the bottom half of the 10th inning, this 2-2 tie, as the Mustangs send first baseman Joe Corper to the plate. Corper 1 for 4 on the night. He got a single back in the 6th inning. Then I'm hearing from the peanut gallery in the booth, the cameraman Chucky Kemp is calling a walk-off shot from Corper. He's calling it the first home run by a Mustangs player at Phil Welch Stadium. As he lines one just past the diving shortstop Benson and into center field for a single from Corper, his second hit of this ball game. And that brings up the left fielder Mike Sherburne to the plate. Sherburne sits 1 for 4 on the night. Had a double back in the 2nd inning. We'll see if the Mustangs play small ball to get the win, as Sherburne looked down to third base coach and Mustangs manager Matt Johnson and see what he should do here. See if he doesn't try to bunt Corper over, maybe put on a hit and run. See what they can do, but Sherburne keeps the bat on his shoulder as he watches strike number 1 go by. McHugh looking in for the sign. Corper takes off for second base, outside the throw on down to second base, and not in time as Corper is safe at second base. With his 8th stolen base of the season, puts the winning run in scoring position for the Mustangs as Sherburne sits on a 1-1 count. Still none away here in the bottom half of the 10th. See what Sherburne can do as McHugh delivers here. High there for ball number 2. Sherburne has 14 RBIs on the season. See if he can get his 15th as we hear a loud boom in the background where somebody else shooting off fireworks. Not the Mustangs show yet. So we have another mound visit for the All-Stars here. A quick mound visit by the All-Stars. So Coach jogs off the field and McHugh back on the hill. Sherburne steps back in. Looks like they're calling for the intentional walk of Sherburne. There it is. There's ball number 3.
Good move, actually.
It's like they're intentionally walking Sherburne to get to Zach Johnson. So Sherburne heads on down to first base after that one. That puts runners on first and second. Zach Johnson heads to the plate now with runners on first and second here. Johnson drove in the tying run of the game back in the 8th inning with a single up the middle. So he's looking to drive in the game winner here as Corper stands on second base. He has a long meeting with manager Matt Johnson, see what he can do here, what he should do here. We'll see what Johnson told Zach Johnson to do. So he looked to bunt there, pulls it back for ball number 1. So 1-0 count on the hitter Johnson. I guess with none away here, Zach Johnson's getting told to try and move the runners over. Might have changed something up as he looked down to Matt Johnson yet again, see what kind of sign. Calls time, takes a long look at manager Matt Johnson, see what he should do here. So he sits on a 1-0 count. As Johnson keeps the bat on his shoulder for a strike there. So a 1-1 count. So McHugh looks in here, set to deliver. Johnson looks to lay down, but pulls back just in time as that one is outside, bringing it to a 2-1 count. So he looked to lay down the bunt yet again, but pulled back. That one fouled in there for a strike. So 2-2 count now on the hitter Johnson. Is I'm sure he's looking to swing away here. McHugh deals, and Johnson hits a high fly ball down the first base side into the stand, so keeps the count at even at 2-2. Still getting the fans into this one as they look for a Mustangs winner here. Corper still standing on second base. That one outside. Both the runners advance safely as the ball gets away from the catcher Gage. The winning run now standing 90 feet away with Corper on third. A full count on Zach Johnson. As he looks to drive in his 19th run of the season. And a big one for the Mustangs. Taking a little time in between pitches here. Johnson is 2 for 3 on the night, but they end up walking him. As that puts a force out at any base now. As that loads the bases with that walk. And that brings up the catcher Nick Sebastian to the plate. There's going to be a meeting on the mound. I guess they're going to change out pitchers here. It's one of the fielders coming in to pitch now as there are no more players on the roster for the All-Stars. Another fan favorite happening right now is the hot dog throws going on. The fans love a free hot dog, so as that goes on, we'll stay here as they have the first baseman coming in to pitch now. That's Dylan Christie on the mound. Try and see who's in at first base now. So it looks like at first base now is Matthew Stacks, number 30. I guess that puts the pitcher who was just taken out of the game, Matthew McHugh, now in left field. That is the other position he was listed at on their roster. So he moves from pitcher to left field. Matthew Stacks moves from left field into first base, and the first baseman Dylan Christie comes in to pitch. Nick Sebastian up to the plate. Base is loaded for the Mustangs. A 2-2 tie. Infield playing on the grass here. As Sebastian watched strike number one go by. Sebastian 0 for 3 on the night. There's one in the dirt there, so 1-1 count. Got a couple strikeouts and a ground out so far in this one, so looking for his first hit of the ball game, and it's going to be a huge one as the winning run for the Mustangs stands just 90 feet away. There's a ground ball over to the shortstop. A lot of confusion on the base paths. So I'm trying to figure this one out right now. Is okay, the shortstop Benson threw home to get Corper out at home. The runner from second base, Sherburne, went over to third base. Yeah, the runner at first base, that was Zach Johnson, ended up staying at first base. So they threw over, the catcher threw down to second base to force out Johnson at second base. So a double play, very unconventional, as that puts Sebastian on first base now, Sherburne on third base. Corper was thrown out at home. Johnson was thrown out at second. Now it looks like Josh Cassidy coming in to hit for Kyle Richards. So we have a 2-2 tie here in the bottom of the 10th. Cassidy flies one into the stands here for strike number one. So that was very confusing on the field just moments ago. We'll go back over it real quickly. Benson, it was a ground ball by Sebastian to the shortstop Benson. He threw home to get Corper forced out at home. And then the catcher ended up throwing to second base to get a force out of Johnson, who stayed on first. So that was a double play. And now Sebastian, who was safe at first base, headed on over to second base on that one with no attempt. So runners on second and third for the Mustangs. An 0-2 count on Cassidy. As the pitcher, Christie, looks in, delivers a swing and a miss by Cassidy for strike number 3. We're through 10 innings here, still 2-2, and we'll head to the top of the 11th. We're back with you here in the top of the 11th inning now as a 2-2 tie. The top of the order with Gabriel Greenbaum coming to the plate. A ball right back to Collins. Tosses on over to Corper for the first out here in the 11th inning. That brings up the second hitter in the order, Matthew Stacks, to the plate. Stacks 1 for 1 on the night. He's only played appearances in the 8th inning when he belted a double down the right field line. If you watch his strike number 1 hit the inside corner. So a 1-1 count on Stacks. He watches the ball go by there, just a bit outside. They foul there, so a 1-2 count on the hitter Stacks. Some sort of giveaway going. Looks like they're throwing out some more hot dogs in the stands. Everybody's going crazy. They swing and a miss by Stacks for strike number 3. The second out here in the inning. And that brings up the right fielder Sam Mormon to the plate. Mormon grounds one to Powers at second base, picks it up on over to Corper for first for the final out here in the 11th inning. We'll head to the bottom half of the 11th, see if the Mustangs can't pull off a winner. We're back with you here in the bottom half of the 11th inning, still a 2-2 tie. The Mustangs head to the plate, sending shortstop Brandon Husky up there. Husky batted for Matthew Johnson in the 9th inning, ended up flying out to the center fielder Luke Lucetti. So he is 0 for 1 on the night. So he fouls one off above the stadium here. We'll have to put a pause on the camera for you as we have to switch out batteries. Hope you stay with us here. There is ball number 1 to Husky, so a 1-1 count on him now. As we get the camera back up and running for you. Another foul ball by Husky brings it to a 1-2 count. Christie deals and a ground ball right back up the middle to Christie. Throws on over to first base for the first out here in the 11th inning. We go back to the top of the order for the Mustangs with second baseman Lucas Powers coming to the plate. Powers stands at 1 for 4 on the night. He's got a couple ground outs, a fly out, and a double in the 9th inning. Also reached base on a walk in the 3rd inning and ended up coming around to score the Mustangs' first run of this ball game. So you watch ball number 1 go by, and a swing and a miss by Powers brings it to a strike, or excuse me, a 1-1 count. Apologize for that one. It's a little late. It is past my bedtime right now. I believe the street lights are off, so I should be home. But still here at the ball game as Powers watches strike number 2 go by. Brings it to a 1-2 count. As Christie threw that fastball hitting the outside corner. There's a ground ball down the third base line, goes foul, so keeps it at a 1-2 count on Powers. Christie looks in for the sign here. A high fly ball down the right field line goes into the concourse area. Keeps it at a 1-2 count still on Powers. As Christie delivers and a high fly ball into deep right field. Right fielder Moorman moves back, makes the grab for the second out here in the inning. That brings up the center fielder Ryan Abernathy to the plate. Abernathy 1 for 3 on the night, also has a couple walks in this one. So we'll see what he can do here. As Christie sets here and delivers. And Abernathy checked his swing on that one as the ball was in the dirt, so a 1-0 count on him now. As Christie deals high there, brings it to a 2-0 count now. You figure if Abernathy gets on, that brings up Trent Hill to the plate. And Abernathy definitely has the green light to run, so sure if he gets on, he'll quickly be in scoring position. But he watches a breaking ball in there for strike number 1. So 2-1 count. As Christie delivers, and Abernathy fouls one off behind the stadium here, so evens the count at 2s. Abernathy watches ball number 3 in the dirt, brings it to a full count on him. It's a swing and a miss there from Abernathy. Sets him down on strikes for the final out here in the 11th. And we'll head to the top of the 12th inning, still with a 2-2 tie. we're back with you here in the top half of the 12th inning now. As the All-Stars send Dylan Christie to the plate. Colin still on the mound for the Mustangs. One and one count on Christie now. A swing and a miss brings it to a 1-2 count. Christie came in the 7th inning as a pinch hitter for Anthony Miller. Ended up flying out to Ryan Abernathy in that one, grounded out to the third baseman in the 9th inning. So he's 0 for 2 on the night, as there is 0 for 3 with a strike 3 call as Collins catches Christie looking. That brings up the center fielder Luke Laschetti to the plate. Laschetti 0 for 4 on the night. So he's got a couple ground outs and a fly out so far in this one. There's ball number 1 outside and in the dirt. Collins deals and a high fly ball stays on the infield. And the shortstop Husky able to reel that one in for the second out here. That brings up Aaron Stubblefield to the plate. He came in as a pinch hitter in the 7th inning. Ended up getting a single in that one, and he struck out looking in the 9th. So it was 1 for 2 on the night. And he lines one right back up the middle for his second hit of the night into center field as he takes a hard round around first, stays there. And that brings up the designated hitter for the All-Stars, Nicholas Deckler, to the plate. Deckler also came in to pinch hit in the 7th inning, ended up getting a ground out and has a fly out in the 10th. So he's 0 for 2 on the night. Still 2 away here in the top of the 12th. As Stubblefield takes off for second base, Sebastian throws on down. In time is a throw, but the tag is a little late as Stubblefield is safe at second base. A good throw by Sebastian, but the tag not in time, as Powers was the one covering on that one. Some fireworks going off in the outfield. As the fans here get a little preview of the fireworks spectacular that's going to be happening when this game gets done, whenever this game gets done. As we have a 2-0 count on Deckler. A swing and a miss brings it to a 2-1 count. Still 2 away here and a 2-2 tie. Colin looks in here. Takes a long look at Stubblefield at second base. Ends up stepping off the mound there. So we'll reset things, do things over here on this 2-1 count. Looks like Collins is very worried about Stubblefield on second base as he steps off yet again. Looks like he's finally ready to deliver to Deckler. No, he's not. As he steps off yet again. I don't know what he's trying to do, as nobody's even going over to cover the bag every time he steps off. So I guess he's just worried about Stubblefield. Powers acts like he's going in, but Collins finally delivers, hits the outside corner, nice breaking piece, brings it to a 2-2 count. Deuce is wild on the scoreboards. It's a 2-2 count, 2 away, a 2-2 tie. There's just twos all over the place here tonight in the top of the 12th inning. Collins delivers and just missing the outside corner, brings it to a full count now at 3-2. Collins delivers, and a swing and a miss from Deckler sets him down on strikes. And we head to the bottom half of the 12th inning, still tied at twos.
Might as well be up until 4 in the morning. No, why not? Oh man, we're all at 25. What? What? Well, there's fireworks after the game. They're gonna stay. Oh yes.
We're back with you here in the bottom half of the 12th inning, and this 2-2 tie as the Mustangs head to the plate, sending designated hitter Trent Hill to the plate. Let's see here. Hill is 1 for 5 on the night. Had a single to lead off the 8th inning, and coming around to score the tying run in that one on a Zach Johnson single up the middle. Hill fouls one off, so 0-1 count now. Christie still on the hill for the All-Stars. He came into pitch in the, I believe, the 10th inning. This Hill grounds one to the first baseman, Stacks. Christie covering the bag, makes the play for the first out here in the bottom of the 12th. So the first baseman, Joe Corper, now coming to the plate. Corper 2 for 5 on the night. He has a couple singles in the 6th and 10th innings, respectively. He looks to get something started here, and he grounds one over to the shortstop. Benson on the play, over to Stacks at first, able to make the dig for the second out here in the inning. And that brings up the left fielder, Mike Sherburne, to the plate. Sherburne 1 for 4 on the night, had a double to lead off the second inning. Also reached base on a walk in the 10th. Ended up getting all the way around to third base, but Mustangs unable to do anything in that one as the game remained at 2-2. As Christie deals high there, brings it to a 1-0 count. As Sherburne skies one, stays on the infield. Benson moves in, makes the grab just behind the mound for the final out here in the 12th. And we'll head to the top of the 13th inning, still knotted up at 2 apiece.
go 3 more innings. That's all the room I got. I'm really loopy right now. Don't hurt me no more. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more.
Back with you here in the top of the 13th inning as the catcher Jared Gage comes up to the plate. Gage is, he is 0 for 2 on the night. Got a strikeout and a fly out. He's watching strike number 1 hit the outside corner. Some of the fans exiting the ballpark as this one has gone on forever, it seems like, but we have stayed constant in viewership tonight, and I want to thank everybody for joining me on this expedition as we have traversed this game through thick and thin to a 2-2 tie in the top of the 13th. There's Collins dealing strike number 2, a little breaking piece for a 1-2 count. He just misses outside, evens the count at 2s. We'll see what Gage can do here. Collins still on the mound for the Mustangs. This will be his 5th inning pitch, and there is strike number 3 as he catches him looking for the first out here in the 13th. I believe that is Collins' looks like 7th strikeout of the night. And that brings up the 9-hole hitter, shortstop Eric Benson, to the plate. Benson hit in the 8th inning. This is his first plate appearance as he singled, and that one ended up coming around to score the 2nd run of the game for the All-Stars, as both their runs have come out of this 9-hole, with Coleman Waheed scoring the first run in the 3rd inning. And as I said, Benson scored the 2nd run in the 8th inning. See if the 9-hole gets on. He's definitely coming around to score. So looking to get him out here as he moves to an 0-2 count, fouling off the 2nd pitch in a row. See what Collins can do here. See if he can get his 8th strike out of this one. Not yet, as he deals just outside there. Brings it to a 1-2 count. They swing and a miss for his 8th strike out of this one. As he set the first 2 down on strikes, and we head back to the top of the order with Gabriel Greenbaum coming to the plate. Greenbaum is 0 for 2 in this one. He did reach base on a walk in his first plate appearance in the 6th inning. Ended up getting caught as the tail end of a double play for an unassisted double play by Joe Corper in that one. That brings it to an 0-2 count on Greenbaum. Collins deals low and away there for ball number 1, brings it to a 1-2 count. I think the longest game ever played went 33 innings, so I say let's go for it tonight. That's, why not? We're already in the 13th. Let's just go for another 20 innings. As there's strike number 3 from Collins. And that strikes out the side in the 13th inning. As he caught Greenbaum looking, we'll head to the bottom of the 13th. Still knotted up at 2s.
Hey, can you give me something? So we can throw that away. But something that has caffeine. Just give me something that has caffeine. Not coffee. I hate coffee. Now that's it. Oh my goodness. I don't even know. Yeah. Well, I like just betting dollars. It doesn't feel like you're losing a lot. Oh my god, thank you. Oh, back up on Mountain Dew.
We're back here with you at Phil Welch Stadium, the bottom of the 13th inning. Still a 2-2 tie as the Mustangs send right fielder Zach Johnson to the plate. Johnson is 2 for 3 on the night, also reached base on a couple walks so far in this one. As he watches strike 1 go by. Dylan Christie still on the mound for the All-Stars. He's thrown, I believe, 3 innings so far in this one. So he deals high there, brings it to a 1-1 count. There's a ground ball over to the second baseman. Greenbaum. So he throws on over to Stacks at first base for the first out here in the 13th inning. That brings up the catcher, Nick Sebastian, to the plate. You can only imagine how he's feeling after catching 12 innings so far in this one. I'm sure the train will have plenty of ice for his knees after this one. But he's still in this game. So an 0-1 count as he fouls one back. As Christie deals high there, brings it to a 1-1 count with 1 away here. Just missing the outside corner, brings it to a 2-1 count on Sebastian. Christie just missing yet again, brings it to 3-1. Sebastian 0 for 4 on the night. Only time he reached base was when he got hit in the shoulder in the second inning, and now reaches base again here in the bottom of the 13th with that walk. That brings up Josh Cassidy to the plate. He's only had 1 plate appearance so far in this one. That was a strikeout in the 10th inning. Chrissy deals low there for ball number 1. So 1-0 count on Cassidy. Sebastian on first, and Cassidy skies one into left field, just on the outfield grass. The shortstop not able to make the play as the ball gets away from him. So both runners safe. That puts runners on first and second for the Mustangs. That is an error on the shortstop, Benson, on the play. Guess there was a pinch runner as Nick Sebastian, after his walk, was taken out, and another Mustangs catcher, Frankie Alvarez, was put in. So that's Alvarez on second now with, Cassidy on first after that error by the shortstop, Benson. And that brings up the 9-hole hitter, Brandon Husky, to the plate. Husky has two plate appearances so far tonight. He has a fly out and a ground out so far in this one, so he's 0 for 2 on the night. He grounds one over to the second baseman, Greenbaum, over to first base in time for the second out here in the inning. We go back to the top of the order for the Mustangs with Lucas Powers coming to the plate. And that ground ball, both the runners were able to advance. That puts runners on second and third for the Mustangs now. That's Christie looking to deal to Powers. Goes low in the dirt there, so 1-0 count now. Christie looking in for the sign. Powers watches strike number one go by, so a 1-1 count. Powers is 1 for 5 on the night. Got a couple of flyouts, couple of ground outs, had a double in the ninth inning, also reached base on a walk in the third, ended up scoring the first run of the Mustangs ball game in that inning as well, as he watches ball number 2 hit the dirt there. So 2-1 count, 2 away here. As Christie came set, but didn't like what he saw as he stepped off the mound there. Now comes set again, deals in there, and a line drive right back up the middle, and a single to center field scores Alvarez from third base, and the game-winning hit to Lucas Powers here as the Mustangs take a walk-off winner 3-2 in 13 innings against the Van Johnson All-Stars. The team storms the field and goes all in on Lucas Powers there as he singled the walk-off win here. And this was a game definitely deserving of the fireworks show set after this one, as the Mustangs win 3-2 against the Van Johnson All-Stars on a walk-off hit by Lucas Powers. Ended up singling it straight back up the middle and scored Alvarez coming in from third base. And you got to imagine that is definitely worthy of the Eagle Radio Player of the Game, which I can imagine he's going to be named. We'll wait in and see, or wait for that to become official here in this one. Just want to thank everybody for hanging with us through this treacherous 13-inning stretch here. As we wait here, as Kelly Shipp brings up the post-game interview of the Eagle Radio Player of the Game, we'll take a listen in right now.
All right, so the Eagle Radio Player of the Game. We're going to do 2 tonight because you really can't live without shutdown innings from a pitcher. Well, you got 5 in the third, 9 Ks, and 1 hit. What was the feeling of your team?
I feel like I had all my stuff working, and defense really picked me up. So, it got good.
Okay. Now, the other Eagle Radio player of the game is Lucas Powers, had a walk-off single. What was the thing to say? How do you feel being a kid with runner on, what were you feeling in your mind?
Just not trying to do too much. Just keep running and let's watch the powers.
All right, Eagle Radio player of the game.
There you have it. Co-Eagle Radio player of the games tonight as Lucas Powers gets the walk-off single to bring it to a 3-2 win for the Mustangs, and Blake Collins goes 5 in the third, shut down innings in relief. Had 9 strikeouts in this one. So the Mustangs take home a 3-2 winner here against the Van Johnson All-Stars, and they'll be back against the Sedalia Bombers tomorrow night here at Phil Welch Stadium. If you can't come out to the game, we hope you come and join us on the YouTube broadcast. We broadcast every home game and hope everyone stays safe on this 4th of July weekend and have a great night.